Hi, I'm Mark Cleghorn, the Training Director for the Photographer Academy, and welcome to my series on SmugMug. Today we're talking uploading images. If you're already up and going with SmugMug, you know already how easy it is. There's several options for you to be able to upload via the drag and drop facility, which is probably what most photographers use. There's also the browse option for the click and browse. We can drag from Bridge. There's a special interface for Lightroom where you can click and actually make use of direct uploads to your galleries and kind of track all the images in hierarchy and so on. And there's also the option to use aperture. So in this film though, we're going to go right back to the beginning. We're looking at the browse option, we're looking at the drag facility from a folder, and we're going to be looking at browsing and dragging from the likes of Adobe Bridge. Why? Well, that's the way I work, and obviously the best way is always the real way, as it were. For many of you, as I said, you're probably going to be using the likes of Lightroom because you're already in that facility. Bit of a heads up on that though, remember that Lightroom, if you're working from your raw files, that when you process the images on the way to SmugMug, they have to go through the processor. So there's going to be a slight delay because obviously Lightroom is using the raw file to develop the JPEG to then actually upload to the site. But remember, those JPEGs are only ever then on SmugMug. They're not on the Lightroom facility unless you're saving them there. So what are we going to be doing? As I said, we're going to be drag and dropping. That's key. And once we get into that, finding our way around the building of a gallery, some quick settings, then we can start to populate it. We're also going to be talking about if a client has ordered from us and updating the photographs, and then duplicates kind of going onto the site as well. So without delay, let's get into the film. There are many ways to upload into SmugMug, and it depends on which method that you prefer. We're going to be looking at several ways, but there are loads in fact. We're going to be looking specifically at the drag and drop, we're looking at the browse, and then we're looking at dropping in from Bridge. But there's also Lightroom and aperture and other ways that we can upload into SmugMug itself. The key thing though is going to be uploading to somewhere, and that's where we're going to get going. So first of all, we're going to just click up into Organize. I'm going to click into my portrait in my client files, and then we're going to click create into a gallery. At this stage we want to make sure that we're entering in the information that most suits the description to the gallery, including any description that we may want to give, and the keywords are important for SEO of course. We can't upload a feature image yet unless there's already a photograph on the website. Security and privacy, these are obviously things that we need to set to make sure that our images are not going to be copied if they're right clicked, or we don't want the client to view them too large and so on. One of the key tips here is to make sure that if you do click onto original, to remember that you will not be setting any watermarking onto the image because they will have access to the original printed image. SmugMug, when we upload, basically makes multiple copies but always keeps the original because that is what we're going to be printing from. We've also got things like an upload key here, so if we put a code here, demo 12, it will allow anybody who has that code to upload into this gallery as well. So that allows friends and family or kind of guests at an event to upload straight into this gallery without our control, but that's just using that upload key. For social media, of course, we can switch this on or off, that depends on you. One of the things you need to decide on whether your images are going to be for sale, of course. I'm using the business account here, which means I can apply different price lists across the whole range of galleries that I have, but some of the other price plans have different options. Proof delay for me is essential to make sure that I'm finalizing that image before it goes off to the lab. Otherwise it's going to go straight off to the lab without any delay at all. Appearance wise, this is how the client is going to view the image. So I'm just going to click onto the SmugMug default for now, which gives me small thumbnails to the left hand side and then a bigger image to the right. And I'm going to sort by file name. I'm going to keep it in ascending. I'm going to switch the camera information off, and I'm going to switch the file name on. That's it. Just going to click create, and then we can see this gallery here is ready to upload. Double clicking into that and clicking onto the upload photographs gives us our first option. SmugMug is so simple to use the click to browse or drag and drop. It really depends on how you want to use it. Let's start with click to browse, and we'll just go ahead and just choose some of these images and just press open just by shift clicking there, and this starts to upload the files. Now we must remember that SmugMug allows us to upload as many JPEG files as we want to our site. There's no limitation on that at all. but we do have a 50 megabyte upload maximum file size. Remember, it is a JPEG, and if we're uploading video, it's limited to 3 gigabyte and a 20-minute clip. So we can see those files have uploaded already. Just going to click done, and then we look inside here. We can see that most of the images are already kind of processed. There's a couple here still going through the process itself. Let's upload now in a different way to the same gallery. So we're going to click the uploader, and this time we're going to just go and grab a folder, and once more we're going to go and grab some more images. Now if we were uploading duplicate files by mistake, SmugMug's default is skip duplicates. We've got some other options here, which is allow duplicates and replace duplicates. We're going to talk about replacing duplicates now in a minute. But for now, these are all fresh files. As you can see, they're going into the gallery for the very first time. So SmugMug is uploading it fully. It doesn't matter what size they are, they're going straight into that gallery ready for us. Before I click in done, if I wanted to upload more files, of course, I could just go in once more and grab that folder and just drag some more files into the mix. Once more, clicking done, and if we just click done on the top header here, the images are then revealed within the gallery itself. At this stage, the next thing for me to do is just go into customize and gallery settings. And this would be just going to add a feature image so it shows up on the gallery itself at the front. Just clicking save to that. Next stage would be is customize and set the prices. This is where I would just go in and choose whichever price list was most relevant, and then we're done. So that is 3 quick ways to basically either browse or drag and drop into the galleries themselves. I touched on Lightroom, so you can see here that SmugMug has its own plugin to allow us a direct upload straight into SmugMug itself, even going into the specific galleries. It is important to note though that when we're working from raw files, when we are uploading from Lightroom into SmugMug, first of all the raw file is processed into a JPEG. The JPEG is uploaded to SmugMug, but it doesn't exist anywhere else. To allow somebody to upload directly into this file, we can just go into Customize, Gallery Settings. In the Security and Privacy, scroll down until you see the upload key. Remember that this upload key should be unique to this gallery, because you don't want to give everybody permission to every gallery, of course. So what I'm going to do here is just copy this bottom text here, which is the link, and then going to click Save. And then I'm going to go and open up another web browser. In this case, I'm going to Google Chrome. So I'm in Google Chrome. Just let me paste that into the top here. And this now gives me a window to upload to. So if I just click onto my bridge window once more, scroll up to the agent order, click onto these 3 files, dragging them in, and it operates in exactly the same way. The difference being now, when I click done, it takes me to the website here, but you notice from this screen I don't have any options to re-upload again, as it's asking me to log in. So I need to use that link once more, which has the password on the end, demo12, to be able to go in and once more click into the browse. I mentioned before about an assistant being able to upload to any of the galleries. This gives them permission to go in, of course. Just going into Privacy, and this is where we would give the assistant their password. This is an easy way, of course, to take some of the work away from the principal photographer. There's also an option to upload via email, and in the email uploader here, you basically put in the password that you want it to be. So let's demo email, and I'm just going to copy that for now. But that's what you'd need to remember. I'm just going to press Save Changes. This will allow us now to upload from our phone, from our email account. Now there's a couple of key things to note here. That first of all, in the address bar, you have to be sending it to your nickname. So this isn't the email address that we see here. It's the nickname, the Mark Cleghorn Photography. That is the nickname known to SmugMug. Let's just go and set this up. So what I've got here is the nickname, which is mcleghornphotography @email.smugmug.com. Okay, the key thing is email there, .smugmug. because it's looking for email in the title to be able to go up and email that photograph. Then all I need to do in the subject bar is put the password. Now I can go ahead and attach any file. And that will send it up to the gallery. So let's go and see that gallery. Let me just click onto Homepage. And then we go to Organize. And even if you haven't made an email gallery up, SmugMug does it on your behalf. So just clicking into here, and now you can see that image just come in on time. Then we'll show us in this gallery the image itself. And obviously if we double click into that, it will show us the bigger version. So that's a good way to be able to email from anywhere in the world yourself, but also if you're running a competition where you can get people to email in their images into that specific gallery, and then obviously you could have a bit of a competition between friends and family, even between photographers. So as I said, there's many ways to upload your images into SmugMug. They make it very easy for us, including those drag and drop abilities from folders and from Bridge. It allows you to upload directly through plugins with Lightroom and Aperture, of course, or there's that click button to browse and kind of go and select the images themselves. You just need to find the best way that suits your workflow so you can fill up your galleries in the least amount of time. Key things to remember, of course, it's just not about you. If you're working with other members in a team, then get them to be able to upload as well on your behalf. And lastly, a bit of a tip, if you're a Camera Awesome fan and you've already downloaded the app to your iPhone, your iPad or your Android device, remember that you can upload directly via the mobile. So just clicking in and choosing the gallery where you want them to go, and whether it's photographs that you've taken through Camera Awesome itself or images that you've loaded into Camera Awesome and are justified there, you can upload them directly into your account. So I'm Mark Clegg for the Photographer Academy. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.